Welcome back. I'm back for season 7. A little bit of a different look. No, not a little bit. I put a lot of work into this. And to be perfectly honest, I still need to, maybe focus in the camera a little bit more and, nip and tuck here and there. But for the most part, I like how it's turned out. The sparkly hexagons are actually zoomed in clip of my background wallpaper on my phone. It's kind of what inspired most of this entire look. Oh god, no. In fact, the 20 minutes before the stream, I was doing nipping and tucking. No, I've spent the better part of April working on this stuff, though actually more of it was probably for the YouTube side, because I wanted to have a new YouTube intro to go along with all of this. And the funny part is that I actually ended up using OBS to animate my new YouTube intro. I took a whole bunch of alpha layers that would gradually reveal hexagons across the screen and turned it into a slideshow source on OBS. And then I just added some sound effects in Vegas, and that was it. Sounds a lot easier than it was. It took me a couple of hours to get all of that done, but it was satisfying to be able to do something like that within my skills. I don't know how to do something like that properly for animating it. So it's definitely something new, and I like that. So I'm going to reiterate it here because this is new to anyone who may be watching this on Twitch or on the VODs later. I am going to be streaming on Mondays and Tuesdays for the foreseeable future, so I can get more stuff squeezed in. There's been a lot of extra stuff that I've wanted to do, but trying to do that and make sure that I still maintain progress and momentum on the Shining and Fantasy quest was a little difficult. So today, again, we're checking out the CDi. Next week, we're going to be hopefully taking a look at next week and the week after may shuffle around a little bit. Polymega Collection Discs 9 and 10 were released last weekend. So depending on when those arrive, if they're in time for next week, we will be looking at 7, 8, 9, and 10 next week. If they don't arrive next week, I may just shuffle that a little bit farther back and take the arcade focus that I was intending to do in 2 weeks next week. But once I'm done with some of the random shit that I wanted to take care of, I do intend to go back to Saga Frontier 2 Remastered and play through that. So I'll try to finish that game, and then but that will be easily interrupted. if I come up with something else that I want to do or something new arrives, that will take priority over over Saga Frontier 2 Remastered. And, you know, the whole point of that is so that this stuff is no longer interrupting the Shining Fantasy quest. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It always felt weird not streaming on Monday nights. Because I'd have my weekend, I'd have Monday, and then I'd have my stream on Tuesday nights. So it was kind of a weird little psychological gap. So, you know, having Mondays and Tuesdays, I feel will probably be a little bit, will still be easier on me than doing the 3 nights that I used to do. You know, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But, will possibly smooth things out a little bit more in my head. So, no Wand of Gamelon, no Zelda's Adventure. I can't remember the name of the third one. No Hotel Mario, although that one looks pretty fun. So I wouldn't mind getting that at some point. But while the CDi has no copy protection, I still feel like, you know, I have this personal rule where I only emulate or burn discs of stuff that I actually own. And the reason for that is, like, if a disc I own becomes unreadable, then I'll burn a disc. Or if I own it on another platform. So, for example, Zombie Dinos from the planet Zeltoid can be obtained on Steam. I didn't actually know that until recently. But if I did, and I had purchased it on Steam, then I wouldn't feel too bad about burning a copy. But as it wasn't really that expensive. And I have plenty of games to work with. Or, well, maybe not necessarily games, but titles. We're not going to get through all of them tonight, but that's okay. There are just a couple of highlights that I would like to touch on tonight. Faces of Evil, that was the third one. You know, I was watching a playthrough of that where someone had actually, like, patched the game a little bit, and it didn't really suck as much. Because some of those games fall into the category of, if they had spent a little bit more time refining the programming, they would have been fun. But there are just some minor programming decisions that they made that just, you know, like hitboxes and stuff like that, you know, just a little bit of tweaking, and those games would not be painful to play. No plumbers don't wear ties. And because let's see, where is it? Yeah, here we go. And because I don't want to get in too much trouble with Twitch, we are also not going to be looking at the world of Impressionism. I don't think I need to say too much more than there are some interesting paintings by Renoir on here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and fire up the first game that I've got plugged in. That's another thing, is I'm going to have to actually go and, swap discs from time to time. But the first game is going to be The Wacky World of Mini Golf, featuring Eugene Levy. Another thing, though, that's fun about this is someone made a Bluetooth controller adapter for the CDi that plugs into the thing, and I can use DualShock 4 instead of one of the horrendously expensive, terrible controllers that the thing actually has. That said, I will be pulling out a genuine CDi controller at some point, just not to start out with. So, there is a decent-ish CDi controller that's got like a D-pad and 3 buttons on it. But those are pretty damn rare and pricey when you can find them. I may need to turn this up.
The good old days, when miniature golf was a quaint but risky pastime. The problem was, either it was too hot or too wet or too cold or too dangerous. But that was then. And this is now. Hey, greetings, putters. I'm Rollo the Goofball. I mean, golf ball. Welcome to Wacky Golf, the miniature golf theme park that picks up where the other golf courses leave off. You're about to enter a fully enclosed, climate-controlled marvel of CDi mini golf technology, and I'll be your guide. Prepare to experience 18 of the world's toughest holes, but in the comfort of your own living room. How about that, huh? So, let's go play. Tickets, please. Yeah! Thanks for reminding me, you oversized can opener. Sorry about the delay. Now, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4! Welcome to the clubhouse, your first stop at Wacky Golf. This is where you'll get everything you need for that first tee-off. So look around if you like. You can take a little demo tour of the park. Use our practice hole to practice. Resume your previous game if you've played here before by going right out onto the golf course. Sign in for a new game. Or leave and go back to where you came from before you got here. Just move your golf ball cursor to wherever you want to go and press an action button to start.
So, I have tested this before. It is not what you might be thinking. It's kind of crap. But we're going to give it a try anyway.
At Wacky Golf, up to 4 players.
You know, I actually kind of didn't mind the animation, but it was very clearly like vector.
Okay, number 2 goes after number 1. You're next. Voila! Now that you've signed in, here's where you get to choose your stand-in golfer. And let me tell you, these are 12 of the miniature golf world's finest athletes. Once you've made your choice, whenever you see your golfer in the game, it's your turn to putt. To select your golfer, just move your golf ball to the one you want and press an action button.
I think I'll take this guy.
Looks like there's no carts, so start walking. The hole on the wrong side of the tracks. This is the place where Marlon Brando bought his one-way ticket to Palookaville. Oh, Charlie.
You know what's weird is, so for the capture, I'm there. For the capture, I'm squeezing this down to 4x3 from 16:9. But on the 16:9, it was actually, there was actually the circular thing there for the par deal. So, okay. We can turn left and right a little bit. But it's not actually turning. It's more of just kind of hitting it slightly in that direction. And this is all just about timing. It's not even really about putting all that much. So I'm going to try in the medium. And then I just have to make sure that I get it timed right. Yeah, I was almost there. Oh, okay. Oh, God. I'm in heaven. So yeah, it's all like almost like a quick time event type of deal. There isn't really much aiming. You don't gauge the strength of your putt. It's just let's see here. Okay. I just want to continue. Ah, there we go.
Made in the USA hole. You know, if you don't shoot par in this hole, you'll soon be putting in Taiwan. Trade joke.
Wow. I mean, this does have its own charm to it, too. Yeah, that's weird. You know what? I think I'm going to let this be stretched out. Oh, dang it. Hey, that was my ball! Oh, dick machine. Oh, come on. I thought I had that. What sucks is it puts me all the way back here. I wonder if there is a timing where I could get a hole in one. Nope. I'm not doing well. I love the little squeak noise when it hits. Oh, come on. I hit the ball at a completely different time that time. I wonder if this is one of those times where I actually have to, like, point slightly differently. Nope. I mean, I had to watch the different thing.
Stroke limit! You've reached
Stroke
the stroke
limit.
limit. You can press the give up sign and go to the next hole, or you can stay and play. No pain, no gain. But remember, now that you've reached the stroke limit, your score for this hole is final.
I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Oh, too bad. Let's see if the next player can do any better, because I'll tell you, he can't do any worse.
No kidding. Yeah, I saw that you had sent the clip, but I was in the middle of getting set up.
American Dream Hole, where you get to own your own home, your own swimming pool, and your own mortgage.
So I didn't get to watch your clip yet, but I'll check it out later. Okay, so this seems like I need to aim to the right a little bit. Yeah, I figured that was a little too early. Jeez. Okay, so maybe I do need to just hit it straight ahead. I hit it when he was on the thing. Damn it, I feel guilty every time I hit that poor dog. I know! When am I supposed to do it? There we go.
Stuff. Next time, try one of these. More burgers, anyone?
I'll take a grilled burger. Hey, strike! Sadly, I do not have a bowling game on this. I'm sure there's got to be one. Well, at least I didn't stroke out on that one.
The Lost Hole of Atlantis. Possibly the greatest advantage to underwater golf is that it's impossible to get struck by lightning.
I mean, it's a little bit worse. Alright, let's go to the right. Got a collection there, huh? Bloop bloop. Yeah, I know. It's like, okay. You don't have to do that weird laugh every time. Although I don't know if that was his trademark or what. I basically only know of the name. I don't really know his body of work. Okay. That's a good question. There shouldn't be any air to escape from it, right? There we go. Mermaid bingo?
You've beheld the wonders of Atlantis. You will now forget all that you have seen. Repeat this phrase. Atlantis does not exist.
Atlantis does not exist. Oh, that's weird. I thought I just got done with the third hole. Alright, well, let's go on to the next one.
The Shark Soup Hole. The hole that offers reduced admission to Auto Club members. Whatever that means.
What? Yeah. This also feels like one of those games where you just have to trial and error your way through a lot of it. Mostly because you don't have any control over the power. So you guys can see when I'm hitting these. There we go. I'm not hitting them at the same way, at same time, but getting the same result.
How's the wife? Well,
Back to work. Okay, that was kind of goofy.
the don't mess with my bike hole. Hey, man. What are you doing
Yeah,
on
don't
my
mess with
street?
my bike
No,
hole.
I'm gonna pretend you're just lost or something, Daddy-O. Give you till 3 to beat it, or you get stomped, okay? 1? What comes after 1? Okay. 1, 3, now burn rubber, kid!
He didn't do the laugh. Hey there, Arch Clown. Welcome, welcome. Ah. No, you know, they have a charm to them. Like, even the gameplay, it's really rudimentary, but I kind of dig it. Pat. All right. There we go. Ah, don't do that. Yeah, but also keep in mind when this came out. This came out... The Philips CDi originally launched in 1993. So like, this is actually good for 1993.
1,000,000 years BG, before golf. Of course, the history of miniature
There
golf
are
goes
some
back a lot
more
further
interesting
than the
games,
invention of
too.
the windmill. I don't know if you knew
But
that.
I wanted to try
I tell you, in
this.
those days, instead of finishing the game under par, you finish it under tar. Under tar.
Yeah, I got it. Speaking of tar, I also decided against doing a looking at the storybook thing of Brer Rabbit and the Wonderful Tar Baby. It does sound interesting, but it could be taken the wrong way. It's even read by Danny Glover. So I'm definitely interested. But like I said, it could definitely be taken the wrong way on Twitch. Oh, I thought I had it that time. Yeah, see, that's another thing, though. People knew how to make good games by this point. But I don't think people knew how to make games for CD-ROM format as much as they did for non-CD based formats. Wow. That timing would have been a hole-in-one if I had gotten it right the first time. Oh, it wasn't the Chicxulub asteroid. I caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. Good God! That was a bit gruesome. So I can't get my digital video cartridge to work. So I can't show some of the better FMV stuff that this system has to offer. But I mean, considering you could also watch videos, watch movies on this thing.
The Great Art Hole. Not only is this hole a challenge for golfers, but it offers a solution to the problem of funding for the arts. Imagine a chain of art museum miniature golf courses in every town in America. What a concept!
Not a terrible idea. It really was. And compared to Sega CD games, you know what? Okay, no, the Sega CD is definitely got more interesting games than this does. And I think the reason for that is, again, it was more of actual game programmers rather than software programmers. This feels more like more like an extension of where PC CD software was. Oh, I was expecting that to get crushed. Blocked by the Venus. Yeah, so by 95 with the PS1 and Saturn, they were starting to get the hang of it. I would even say that with the 3DO and TurboGrafx CD, they were... The TurboGrafx CD actually predates the CDi. But again, I think this was... The CDi was never advertised as a gaming system. It was a multimedia and it was a multimedia entertainment system. That said, I'm sure they could have done a little bit better with the game selection. There we go. It's like TurboGrafx CD wise, I actually have the manhole. Oh wow, okay. Aha! Yeah, I actually have the manhole for TurboGrafx CD, which is one of the very first CD-based games ever.
The hole on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Now you know what they've been playing. Miniature golf. Yee-haw!
Yeah, I know, Sordon. I had a little bit of sympathy pain there too.
Ain't a herd of stray putters trespassing on my ranch. Reckon I'll let y'all play through, 'cause I can use a good laugh. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. And yeah, I've got quite a few interesting edutainment titles here too.
Well, hey, Sidewinder, you gonna let that little feller steal your balls so easy? Why, you ain't fit to putt in these parts. Now try again.
Yeah, I was planning to. I was focusing more on the whip, on the rope, than the prairie dog there. Seriously.
Hey,
I'm glad I can easily skip that shit. Okay. Whoops. See, the problem with this, though, is once you learn the timing, there's probably not going to be much skill to it. Like, I can see this being a huge speedrunning thing, to be honest. Come on! I've probably pushed it on every frame of his running animation by now. Ah. Yeah. Screw this one.
End of the line, and here's where you get off the Stroke Express.
Okay. You know what? We've gone through 9 holes. I am going to... Well, there doesn't seem to be a way to go... Oh, I see. That's just for the scorecard thing. All right. Okay, I'm going to switch to a different game. That was interesting. Yeah, you know what? This game should have had, or this system should have had more of those point and click adventures. Like, throw stuff like Dragon, or not Dragon Quest. Throw stuff like King's Quest on here. You know, I'm surprised there isn't Myst for the CDI. I mean, it's been on every other CD-based system, but yeah. I'm gonna take a quick jaunt into game show. As far as I'm aware, The Joker's Wild doesn't have a video game adaptation on any other system. I used to love this game as a kid. I don't remember a damn thing about it. I just remember that I used to love it as a kid. But this has a couple of interesting things to it. So, no, I don't have Dragon's Lair for the CDI, unfortunately. That's another one of those games that's shown up on pretty much every multimedia system. So, give me a few moments. I'll be right back. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this has a couple of interesting things about it. Unfortunately, it's a trivia game from the 1980s, so I don't do very well on the questions. Amp.
Here's the game where knowledge is king and lady luck is queen. It's The Joker's Wild. And here's your host, Quinn Martindale.
Thank you, Charlie O'Donnell, and welcome to The Joker's Wild.
Seriously,
Rules, select the number of players.
with Charlie O'Donnell and Wink Martindale, you can't get much closer to the actual 1980s, 90s game show experience other than this. Now, here's the
Go
fun
ahead and
part.
select the name.
You don't type your name, you just select one.
To see more names, select the letter again until you see a name you want, then highlight and select it. Eric?
Yeah. So he will actually refer to you by name.
The categories for this game are
20 years
Jesus.
before Fallout 4 did that.
World Atlas,
Oh, I might do good at that.
People, Nutty News, the Bible.
I might do good at that one too.
Remember, a single category is worth $50. A double is $100. A natural triple's worth $300. The Joker's Wild and can be used as any category. Eric, go ahead and spin. People. Nutty news.
Right.
Teasers. Highlight the category you want or off the board to play jokers, then hit an action button.
I don't like either of these, but let's go with Nutty News.
For $50. The United Press International reported that a boy in South Africa went to his ophthalmologist after experiencing pain in his left eye for 10 weeks. It turns out that he liked to be buried in the sand head first. There was a chrysanthemum growing in his eye. He wore his grandmother's bifocals in school. He often drew dirty pictures on his eyelid. You betcha.
Huh. Wow.
Looking at the numbers, you have $50. Eric, go ahead and spin. Nutty News. Joker.
Joker.
Nutty News.
Okay. So that basically means that if I can get this answer correctly, yeah, I get $200.
Listen carefully. The Cincinnati Enquirer reported that a farmer named Mike Bard brought his wife home following the birth of their second child and surprised her by announcing he was leaving for Italy to study opera, sleeping in the barn with a 4-ton bull named Jimmy, riding a 6-acre welcome home sign with pig manure,
Jeez.
moving the pig's trough in as the baby's bassinet. Absolutely right.
That's hilarious.
Let's check the score. Your score is $250.
I'm just picking the one that sounds like it would
Eric,
be weird enough
go ahead and spin.
to be true.
World Atlas. World Atlas. People.
A World Atlas, please.
Here it is. Which one of the following countries is not part of North America?
Oh, come on.
Greenland, Iceland, Canada, Mexico. That's the answer. Let's take a look at the score.
It's kind of interesting that Greenland is considered
You have
part of North America.
$350.
I guess it is part of the continental landmass.
Eric, go ahead and spin.
Yeah, but the bassinet wouldn't have been
Joker,
all that weird.
the Bible, teasers.
I mean, consider, the Bible. It's basically the whole Jesus in a manger thing.
Here it is. The Old Testament contains many instances of God speaking to his people through intermediaries called prophets. Which of the following was not a biblical prophet? Amos, Nicodemus, Hosea, Micah.
That's actually a tricky one if you don't know that Nicodemus
Good going.
met Jesus.
Nicodemus had a memorable conversation with Jesus as detailed in the New Testament.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the score. Your total is $450.
I just have to get over 500
Eric?
to move on to the next round.
Go ahead and spin.
When you've got multiple players, it's a little bit more tricky because you
People.
gotta be the first one over 500.
Joker. The Bible.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Bible questions here. I don't think my knowledge of pop culture is good enough to do the people one.
Here it is. The red
Lebanon.
and white on this nation's flag are related to the Kassites and Yemenites who once ruled the country. And the tree is from the Bible. It's one of the famous cedars of what country? Lebanon,
See, that's...
Sinai, Cyprus, Syria.
If I didn't recognize the flag immediately,
Correct.
the whole Cedars
You
of
passed
Lebanon thing would have
$500. That ends the first round.
gotten me, but
You have $550.
I'm a bit of a fan of flags.
Okay, let's play the second round. Now, round 2 is played a bit differently. On the wheels are dollar amounts and devils. You choose your own category to use exclusively throughout the round. Your goal is to accumulate money and avoid the devil at all cost. If you win the second round, you go on to the Joker Challenge.
I kind of gotta use the Bible when I'm
Eric?
trying to avoid devils.
Which category do you want for the second round?
It just makes sense.
Eric? All right, let's not see that devil. Spin. $200. $350. $400. Here we go. The well-known biblical saying, "The love of money is the root of all evil," appears in Timothy,
Oh, wow.
Lamentations, the Book of Kings, Ruth.
I don't know specifically.
Nope, that's not it. So that freezes your score and ends your turn. You should have chosen
Timothy? Yeah.
Timothy. Too bad you didn't make it this time, but we look forward to seeing you try it again on the Joker's Wild.
Oh man, if there's a
Here are
press
the
your
Joker's
luck,
Wild high scores.
if there's
All
a
right,
press your
thanks
luck
for
game for
playing.
this,
I'm
I'd
Wink
want that
Martindale,
too.
and we'll see you the next time you play the Joker's Wild. If you know the rules, select the number of players. For game rules, select Help.
So this is one of the few games where it actually has an
Exit means
exit
you-
option. That'll take you back to the BIOS screen. Wow, putting that right at the end of the disc. Okay. 9 o'clock. Let's see here. What do I want to play next? Oops. Okay. Actually, this Richard Scarry disc would probably be a good demonstration for the controller I have. Oh, I need to put this somewhere else. Okay, so we've got an ad break going on right now. I don't want to start showing things off too much in the meantime, but I do want to keep my momentum going. So, I love these cases. Just kind of, a cardboard sleeve with this lovely plastic case that kind of cracks open, and then you've got the disc in here. It's a really lovely long box setup. You know what? I may have the release date of the CDI wrong. Because this is copyright 1991. I know my system was made in 93. Oh, it was released in 1990. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. that puts this in even more perspective as to, like, very early CD based media. Okay, so I think I'm going to switch to this view for a moment. So I got this long before I got the CDI. I saw it sitting on the shelf at Game Trade. And it was listed, okay, it still has the thing on it. It's listed at $60. And it had a fine layer of dirt on it, or dust on it. And it was way up on a high shelf. And Greg at Game Trade was like, I'll give it to you at half price if you just take it off my hands. So I got this thing for $30. I'm gonna try to be careful not to bump the mic here. I actually have not tested this. But that's what you're here for. Oh, I still have the receipt. Yep, there it is. $60 minus a $29.99 discount. August 19th, 2023. So I've had this for 2 years and I'm just now getting to play with it. So this is the roller controller. Basically a giant mouse. Like trackball style mouse. The yellow part does not click. The red parts are buttons. And this, it looks like it would just be one of those things where you just kind of like lean it up and down and everything. No, this is an actual roller ball. No, it is not a Fisher-Price toy. This is an actual Philips product for the CDI. But I can't think of a better use for it than firing it up with a Richard Scarry game. So give me a moment. I'm going to get this set up and I will be right back. clearly I should have tested this first, because it is not working. I did make an interesting discovery, though. On the back, it says that this product is developed by Children's Television Workshop. So maybe not Fisher-Price, but it was developed with the assistance of the people behind Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So, yeah. Oh well, I'll have to poke at that. Try getting it working. At least I know how this works. It's Fisher-Price adjacent, yes. I will give you that. You know, it's kind of
Hi
wild
there,
because
and welcome to the busiest neighborhood disc ever. This neighborhood is called Busytown, one of the busiest places you've ever seen. If you've played here before, just move your star to wherever you want to go and press an action button. But if you're not sure what to do, press on the telephone to find out how to play. And remember to stay very busy in Busytown.
I don't remember really reading any Richard Scarry books as a kid. But man, is it iconic for, like, stuff like this. Children's edutainment. One of the games that I played on the Pico when I did that live stream was Richard Scarry, and I believe I have another
If you
game
need help,
on the
Move
Genesis.
your star to the telephone and press an action button.
I didn't click on the police
Hi,
station.
kids. I'm Sergeant Murphy. If you're looking for help, you've come to the right
93
place.
Animal Crossing.
This is your special star. You move it with your remote control. I'll move it now to show you how you can use it. Later, you could play with it yourself. You can move your star all around Busytown like I'm doing, across cars, buildings, friends, anything you see. If
That's
your
what I was
star
doing.
flashes, something's there. So quick press an action button and find out what it is. Something surprising will always happen. Also, there are 3 streets of fun. So when you get to the end of one, just pick which way you want to go by moving your star to one of the colored arrows and pressing an action button. See, we're on another street. And if you ever have any questions about what to do, move your star to any telephone booth and press an action button to get help.
Oh, that's
When you want to find out where you are, or you want to get to somewhere else in Busytown,
That's why I got
move your
into
star
this.
to any bus stop and press an action button. You'll go
I
straight to
pressed
a
on
map
the
of all
telephone
of
booth.
Busytown. Then if you want to leave Busytown, pick the stop sign. But if you want to go anywhere else, just move your star to it and press an action button. You'll get an express route directly to it. See? We're there. Now, if your star flashes on one of the things on the street or one of the shops, just press an action button to go inside. Move your star around to explore. When it flashes, press an action
Gotta say,
button
the
to see
quality
what's
of the
there.
voice is
You'll
pretty good,
find
though.
games, stories, or other fun things to do. If you ever need help, move your star to the nearest telephone and press an action button, just like when you're outside. And anytime you want to leave a building, move your star to the exit sign, press an action button, and you'll return to the street you came from. It's as simple as that. So have fun in Busy Town, and remember, always be careful crossing the street.
And they're actually animating his mouth correctly, so that I give kudos for that. Plus, notice something missing? Not much of a loading screen in this. Just a brief pause.
Wow! Caramel apples. They're so good and sticky.
I haven't had one of those in way too long.
Wow! Caramel apples. A whole jar
I thought that was
of
going to be a
chocolate chip
bell.
cookies. Candy canes. 2 of them. Yummy! Chocolate dipped strawberries.
Okay, yeah, those are some of my favorites.
A whole box of chocolates. I wonder what's inside them. A whole box of chocolates.
okay.
I wonder what's inside.
This is Dr. Bones' office. Huckle
Dr.
Cat
Bones.
is here for a checkup.
An orange cat getting a checkup at the doctor. Where have I heard that recently?
Here are all the medical instruments that Dr. Bones needs to examine Huckle. Move your star to the one you want Dr. Bones to use and press an action button. Dr. Bones is using a stethoscope to listen to Huckle's heartbeat. Dr. Bones uses a reflex hammer to check Huckle's reflexes.
I guess Bonesaw isn't ready.
Dr. Bones uses a thermometer to take Huckle's temperature.
Oh, thank God it's a mouth thermometer.
98.6. That means you're healthy.
No, it doesn't! That's too low for a cat! Isn't that right,
Dr.
son?
Bones points to an eye chart to test Huckle's eyesight.
Boat, car, house, apple, banana, pear, lowly, lowly.
Dr. Bones has Huckle stand on a scale so he can weigh him.
You must be eating well.
Huckle is a chonk.
Dr. Bones uses a measure bar to check Huckle's height.
My, what a big boy you've become.
Lowly is violating HIPAA by hanging out while all of this is being done.
You're really healthy, Huckle. I'm glad you take good care of yourself.
I couldn't click on the car.
Too much
It's very quiet in the music store right now. The owner is taking a nap.
Well, we can't have that now, can we? Yeah, let's go, trombone here.
Trombone.
No.
Trumpet.
Don't worry, I won't go through the entirety of the
horn.
town.
Saxophone.
Sorry, I had to touch a cat nose.
Flute.
So is this a bassoon?
Bassoon.
Yeah. The only instrument I ever played in a band was in middle school. I played the clarinet. And that was just because I couldn't play the oboe.
Cymbals.
They didn't have one available. Whoops. I like the sound
Snare
of the
drum.
oboe. Hi, Sneeze Cat.
Maracas. Kettle drum.
That was actually pretty impressive.
Xylophone. Steel drum.
Nice. No, I was always more. I play my voice better. It's difficult for me to get the hang of instruments, but I sing fairly well.
Guitar. Violin. Harp.
You know, I was just thinking, the people that made this got all of these instruments into a room for recording for a 5-second clip. Harps are not tiny. Pianos, they're all over the place.
Piano.
But a harp? It's pretty much what I was expecting. Although... Although the games that I'm really interested in, I haven't poked at yet. You know, you're probably right. I don't. Were you around a little bit ago, Infamous? Because I had an orange cat at the doctor, and it reminded me of a certain handsome cat that had the same.
Welcome to the Daily Eagle, Busy Town's newspaper. The Daily Eagle reports on all the news every day, even the news about you.
You know what? Kudos to them for having a computer in the newsroom. That was not a given in 1991.
Would you like to see your name in the newspaper? Place your star on the first letter of your name and press an action button. Then, place your star on the second letter of your name and press an action button again. Keep doing this until you've typed your whole name. If you make a mistake, place your star on the erase key.
We'll just do my actual name here. Just in the off chance that it's got a library like frickin' Joker's Wild did.
Thank you. Now we've got a front page story for today's Daily Eagle.
Start the presses!
Poor Dobby.
The newspapers can now be delivered to houses and newsstands all over Busytown.
Get your Daily
Very-
Eagle.
Eric
Special
visits
guest visits
Busytown.
Busytown. Get your Daily Eagle.
Okay, now I have to try, oh wow, it saved my name. That's pretty impressive. Gotta do this for the screenshot. Interesting that they don't have this in QWERTY style. Hey, it just barely fits.
Thank you. Now we've got a front page story for today's Daily Eagle.
Yeah.
Start the presses!
The newspapers can now be delivered to houses and newsstands all over Busytown.
Get your Daily Eagle.
There we
Special guest
go.
visits Busytown. Get your Daily Eagle.
Okay. Let's switch to some actual games and see how we do.
If you need help, move your star to the telephone and press an action button.
No. You know what? I'll send you a screenshot later. No. Yeah, I know. Hi. Okay. Okay, next game is Laser Lords. So this This is one of the actual games that I've been looking forward to. It's got a manual and everything. It's all text. Nothing on here about like what kind of game it is. So we'll be experiencing this together. And that's kind of why I haven't really tested this stuff ahead of time, other than just to make sure it worked. Except for the mouse thing, of course. I wanted to have kind of first impressions here. Yep, that was definitely a Terry scoop. Spinnaker! Oh, hey. Man, I can't tell you how many Spinnaker games I played on the Commodore. Oh yeah, that's right. They rip off
Fasten your seatbelt.
Frickin' Last Starfighter here.
The void is in great danger, warrior.
Wait, which one came
Star-Lord
first?
Sarpedon has violated cosmic law by manifesting himself in the material plane.
Okay, yeah, Last Starfighter was 1984.
He wants to hold the void in the palm of his hand, to carry it like a jewel. To achieve this, he has created a diabolic machine. On Ravana, he has built a voidal implosion condensation engine. When activated, it will condense the void into the condensation crystal. I am the Star-Lord Zendo. I have been sent from the Interzone to enlist a mortal to confront Sarpedon. My powers in the material plane are limited. I will guide your ship and give you instruction. I offer a few taras to help you begin. I also grant the gift of the cat. 8 times I will intervene to save you from death. On the 9th death, I must return you to your world. This quest is dangerous. Many have failed before you. However, one warrior wrested the condensation crystal from Sarpedon. Now it has been lost. Find the condensation crystal, warrior. If Sarpedon gets it first, he will activate the vice, and the void will be destroyed.
I don't know.
I suggest that you begin your quest on Luxor. Find Petra, learn the Sooth Song, awaken Seb.
It does on the manual actually call out the use of claymation in this. So, oh, okay. No, I don't want to kneel. I want to go down this ladder. Up is jump. I don't have a jump button. I hate it when that happens. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Come in. Have some jiva. Do you have any news from the void?
You have received the thing you seek.
My friend, you are in for a treat. Jiva wakes me in the morning and cools me at night. Many a starman returns to taste my brew. Can
Right.
tell you're not from Luxor. What are you after? Gold? Glory? What's here but some lizards, some crumbling buildings, and endless fields of grain? You came a long way for nothing, my friend.
It's kind of interesting how this is driven by keyword. You know how I was talking about how it would be great to have a game like King's Quest on here? I think that might be this. Now, granted, nowhere near the,
I could
you
grow
know,
10 times
legend,
the grain I
but
do now. But for what? To feed the fat belly of Argos? Ha! Argos is the hub of a cruel empire that grinds Luxor into dust. I will always hate the empire because of my son.
oh, hold on.
Atem was kidnapped 15 years ago. I'm sure some rich Argosian paid much for him. If only I had a token that he lives.
Okay.
Have you seen my son? Or heard of him? Can the void be so cruel to keep father and son apart? Now, you're the traveler. Surely you know more about the void than I. Call me Raman. I grow the finest grain on Luxor. I would be rich, except for Argos.
Okay. Okay. I just want to unhail. Can I? No. I already got your Jiva. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay, the character animation is a little wonky. Honk shoe, honk shoe.
Thing to take here.
Nope. There we go.
What's this? Another starman! By Sisis, where is the hero promised by prophecy?
He's in another game.
All the gifts of Luxor have come from Sisis. Although the people have forgotten her, she sustains us in our hour of need. When one who flies among stars kills Haker with a golden sword, Zeb shall rise from his crypt. Luxor's glory shall be restored. Covered with impenetrable scales, she strikes with a scorpion's tail. 1,000 men in quest of the seal will die in agony to make her meal. Only the seal will open Seb's crypt. You must kill Haker and take it to the temple. I beg you, do not give it to the priest.
I'm learning useful stuff here.
Inside the ancient temple, the crypt of Seb is concealed. To him who brings the Sabine seal, the crypt shall be revealed.
I'm getting a kick out of the voice that they chose for her.
I am Baka. I was a young
Yeah, I know you're
woman
crazy.
when Argos attacked. 80 years I've watched them steal our grain.
80 years. Okay. Hey, kid.
Never talk to strangers because there could be dangers. But if they are nice strangers, they'll get down on one knee.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Come down to your level.
I'm Nebka. I know lots of rhymes. My mother taught them to me.
That's actually kind of cool.
Monsters in the sewers.
I had to get on my knees to talk to her.
Hagar and Remren are monsters, and so are all the priests. I don't like the Coptoans. They took my daddy away when I was a baby, and now they've ruined our garden. He was a starman just like you. The Coptoans took him away after I was born. My mother grew flowers to sell in Amentet. The Coptoans burned our garden and poisoned the ground so it would never grow again.
Well, they sound like dicks.
Sick. I sent for Sadi, but she never came. If Mommy dies, I'll be all alone. Oh, if only I had some elixir.
Okay, I'll ask about the elixir in a moment.
People well just by saying some words.
Ah.
I sent for her weeks ago, but she never came.
So I wonder if I find her, I can learn a recitation and come back and recite those words.
The Remren in the sewer have teeth and bright red eyes. Take a sword to skewer, or they'll bite you till you die.
All right.
You have no words, warrior.
Okay. So I'm guessing her... Oh, I was going to say her mom is probably in here, but nope, I guess not. Okay. I actually want to go and talk to her again and see if she can tell me where Seka is.
I'm Nebka. I know.
Sati.
Very sick.
That's what it was.
For Sati, but she never came. If Mommy dies,
Oh wait, no, I wanted to ask about the elixir.
Elixir can make anyone well, but it costs a lot. You have to bring it from another planet.
Okay. That's what I wanted to find out. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to want to play this game more after
Workshop. Stay away from my money. Are you one of Usurt's thieves? You can stamp out 400 cop twins a day. Easy.
Oops.
I work gold, see? Make plenty of money. I know the best people in Amentet. Best people have money, lots of it, like Abtu, my best friend. A merchant, the richest man on Luxor, runs the grain trade with Argos. He also sells passes. Abtu can get you in anywhere.
All right, good to know.
That pig runs the gang, see? 3 times they've hit me. They got my prize necklace. Took me 3 months to make it. The day I finished, someone stole it. Usurt's been showing it around, and I'll pay to get it back. Do I look like the kind of guy who'd cheat you? Listen, all you got to do is go to Usurt's shop and grab the necklace out of his vault. The vault's behind the bambolo bush. Jump up. You'll get in easy. I do it myself, but Usurt spot me a mile off.
Okay. That's kind of weird. You can't just have them all sent to your local Best Buy? Hold on. I see that snake. Oh. I guess it's not a problem. Or is it a lizard? Yeah, it's probably a lizard.
Halt, alien. Speak the password or be gone.
Swordfish. Fair enough. Oh. I can punch. All right. Not entirely sure where to go. Yeah. I think I'm going to stop for now because there are actually two other games I wanted to get to, but I want to take a fair amount of time with the third one. But I think I'm going to play this game a little bit more at some point. I don't know if I might want to wait and play it on a stream because it seems kind of interesting. I wonder if let's see here. I wonder if this game actually has a save function. It does. Sweet. Save game succeeded. Okay, cool. Okay. Next thing I wanted to try. Oh, where is it? Yeah. So this is another. I showed this earlier. The zombie dinos from the planet Zeltoid. This is another game that does an interesting sort of thing with the visual effects. Like the characters, that dino character there actually kind of moves like one of the dinosaurs from Dinosaurs. It's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it is also a game designed to test your knowledge of dinosaurs, and some of the questions are kind of insane. So we'll see how far I get. There we go. Okay. So, fun thing about this, like I said earlier, you can actually buy this game on Steam. It kind of surprised me when I found out about that.
Stand by all systems. Now approaching destination. Prepare landing sequence. Control
Not the
operation.
mama.
Roger for initial orbit. All systems go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I loved that show when I was a kid.
Countdown interrupted. Gravity detected. Navigation malfunction. Hold on to your space helmet. This is not going to be pleasant.
What are you looking at? Hey, you go get yourself chased uku million light years across the galaxy and see if you bring in your space buggy in one piece. See, we got problems, pal. I'm talking zombie dinos, capiche? They're right behind me. What? Did you think I was kidding?
Like, that's fantastic. It's really good, like, puppetry, for lack of a better term. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Now listen up. This ain't no plaything for small fry. This is a time machine. You and me, we gotta save the planet. My name? Well, ever since the brain blobs turned me into a dino droid, folks have been calling me Dexter. You? I'm gonna call you Rocket Scientist. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you wanna know how this thing works, Rocket Scientist? Well, all you gotta do is learn to push a few buttons. Uh-oh, looks like we have company on this channel.
Me name is Harry the Harrier, fool. I come from Zeltoid with the aliens to rule. I've learned trickery from Henry VIII and more, and I lead the brain blobs with a vengeance in store.
Yeah, and you learned
traveled
acting
in the
from
time
Brian
machine
Blessed.
a zillion more years than you. And though you may have it now, what good can you do? We've captured the dinos and brought them into today. Unless you move quickly, there'll be little more to say.
Okay, here's the deal. If you don't know how this contraption works, select this button, and I'll take you through the ropes. If you want to learn more about the dinos we're gonna track, select this button, and Machine Mind Sheila will open her memory banks to you. If you're ready to kick some brain, select this button, and we're off to the jungle.
So no, actually, I think that this is a dinosaur version of, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
It is time to time travel, friend. Please select the period you dare to visit.
We'll go Jurassic. Whoa. That did a better job of hypnotizing me than that spiral thing
You are
in
in
mini
luck.
golf.
According to my sensory circuits, the brain blobs are now attempting to zombify one dinosaur in this time period. Go forth, and be careful out there.
Okay. I have a little
Rocket
bit of
Scientist,
directions here.
That handsome little dino on the map is me. Select the gruntometer for a dino reading, then pick a sector, and I'll check it out.
Okay. Click on one of the 3 time periods. Once you're at the map, look for the 5 clues left behind by the dinosaur. Okay, got it. Wow.
That is one mean bag of wind. And just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna wait and see if there's more where it came from.
Oh, there's more to the map? Oh, goodness. All right.
Unless you're looking to bottle and sell all this thin sulfuric air, you better move on to other horizons.
Well.
Pal, out here in the Badlands, I'm a lightning rod with legs. Consider me on a cocoa break till the storm is history.
Okay. The gruntometer, yeah. Okay, so I need to look for where the paw turns blue. And there'll be a clue there. Oh, okay. No, I click on a square, and then if he doesn't comment
Smile,
immediately.
rocket scientist. It's how I keep from crying when we come up empty-handed.
Jeez. Okay, hold on. Oh, no, that's just if I've already figured out a clue. Oh, hi. And that is apparently just stop motion.
According to my sensory circuits, the brain blobs are not pursuing that dinosaur. Continue your search for the dinosaur in danger.
I wish I knew more about where I'm supposed to go. There are a lot of squares to explore. Oh, that was a quit button. Oh, oops. I'll figure it out another time. That was kind of interesting. I do want to poke at that some more. I mostly just wanted to show you the animation of Dexter there. Cam Clark. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh! He's one of the Ninja Turtles. Hey, he's Leonardo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was also Liquid Snake and Master Miller in Metal Gear Solid. Holy shit. So yeah, I wish I knew a little bit more about how that game worked. But if I was a kid with unlimited time, I'd poke at it. That was pretty sweet. Okay, so the game that I'm most curious about here, and part of it is because of this wild case, it's called Kether. And if you take a look here, it's kind of weird that it's sideways in a way. Come on. Open. Oh, jeez. So, not only is it like vertical like this, it opens like this. What the hell? But one fun thing about this is actually a PAL region disk. The CDI is not region specific. This manual is actually a bit more beefy. So we will get to this in a moment. Hey there, Nimbex. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, the flashing red lights tell me that there's an ad break going on. So I know when that's happening. Okay. So this one I do want to give a fair amount of time to. I wish I could have given more time to those other two, because I was not expecting to run into multiple games that I wanted to actually come back to and play more. Oh, Infogrom. Okay.
Pour découvrir l'univers de Kether, choisissez l'une de ces options. Discover the universe of Kether. Choose one of these options.
This intro kind of captures me right off the bat. And it doesn't use the digital video cartridge either, which is kind of interesting. I feel it. I feel the cosmos. No, this is a European game, so you probably get to, you know, you find God at the end and fuck him.
Emergency. Broadcast of non-deciphered message. Vital functions activated.
It's that one success that's really irritating, or two failures that's really irritating him.
Broadcast of non-deciphered message. Automatic orbit around Kether activated.
That sounds unpleasant. How do you decide which one is the sixth continent?
Teleport to Dome of Visions. Emperor of Light will speak. Mission orders.
Love the slideshow thing going on.
I am the visual representation of your celestial father, Enoi, he who reigns over all galaxies. Long ago in the Orion Nebula, I prepared you for this mission. You must save the planet Kether from the forces of evil. Cork is holding a prisoner on the planet. She is Eta Kareen, Princess of Wisdom. We wish her to be saved. My light shines upon you, Melkor.
And I receive the light.
Ionic teleport to combat stations activated. Sidrial vision activated. Helmet activated. Take off. You are switching to active status.
You're probably right there.
Temple of Hokmat.
It's same to you, buddy. We'll start with Hokmat.
You are entering Hokmat space-time.
Oh, okay. Oops. Okay. No, I just have to pilot my way through. I can't actually shoot. Ow. Damn it, no. I'm getting faked out by these asteroids. Like, it seems like I'm gonna miss one, and then I don't. At least they give you plenty of health replenishment. If you can get to it. Dang it.
Emperor of Light will speak.
There is no chance, no random luck. You forge your destiny with each of your actions.
No, I couldn't fire.
Never admit defeat. You are what you do. Look at the star which can save you.
And actually, I think that was just a traveling level. I don't think... Yeah, I think that the actual game is going to be very different once I get there. Come on. I don't want to die before I even get started. Ah! I exploded my way through the health pickup. Hello, Nightmare Fuel. Yeah, if I could blast the asteroids out of the way. Wait, is this a fail path? Music's going hard. You are dead, 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 dead.
You are entering exact space-time.
Still can't fire. I got it! I got it! What, they put me in Planet of Zoom? So I've lost 2 lives, and I don't think I've even gotten to the place where I'm supposed to be doing the gameplay yet. Like, they've got labyrinth maps in the manual. Oh, great, now they're shooting. And I still can't shoot back, because, like, one of my buttons does nothing. The other brings up that, pause menu. The other does nothing. All I can really do is survive these. Which, if that's all I'm supposed to do, that's actually kind of cool. Like, you are not here to be in combat, you're just trying to pass through to get to a place. I can handle that if that's a storyline thing. There we go.
Landing.
Okay. Let's see here. Is there any clue? Oh, crap, I'm in the French part of the manual. Okay. The central computer has made a secret code of 4 runes, which you must put together. The runes are suggested on the lower line. Okay. To make the runes appear in turn, click on one of the 2 arrows located on either end of the line. To enter a symbol in one of the boxes. Oh, this is basically friggin' Mastermind. Okay. Is that a timer to the left or to the right? Okay, red, good but badly placed. Really? Is it just all that thing? Or are there more? Oh, there are more symbols. Okay. Okay. Good. God. Okay. Wonder if there's a way to get infinite time on this game, because that was kind of irritating. And it's probably going to change to a different one the next time. Hopefully it just takes me right back to the logic puzzle. Oh, damn it. Oops. I wonder if it's going to be the same or if it's going to switch it up every time I get there. Jeez, I almost died right at the end. Okay, well, let's try putting that there. And then I think it was that, and then I was going to try that. Nope, it's a different puzzle. Okay. So let's do that, 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 that. Okay. Let's try that in here. How many symbols are there? Okay. You know, it would be better if this was doing a D-pad thing rather than a mouse thing. Because the travel time is killing me here. Oh my god! Okay, good. But I'm almost out of time. It's gonna laugh at me again. Okay.
Well.
Did he just say whelp? Yeah. Laugh it up, a-hole.
Entering Hawkmat space-time.
It sent me all the way back to the beginning. Good God. And it didn't replenish my health. This game is vicious. Gotta love those synths. Could be, but I don't know how quickly you'd be able to do this game. Unless there are, you know, glitches to be found.
Emperor of Light will speak.
There is no chance, no random luck. You forge your destiny with each of your actions. Never admit defeat. You are what you do. Look at the star which can save you.
Yeah, I know. I figured out that when I go into that death area, I have to grab the blue star to get back to where I was supposed to be. But I missed it last time, and that's why I got sent all the way back here. I guess one thing about this, though, is that if you can learn the pattern, it's going to be the same every time. So eventually, you'd have an easier time of getting through this. Yeah. But then again, you have to figure out that logic puzzle, which is not fast. Of course, as long as you keep hitting those green shield recharges, probably fine. I just wish I could actually fight back. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is different. Oh, okay. Well, there doesn't seem to be a timer this time. That's good. Oh, nope, there is a timer. Crap. Awesome. Pause. Yeah, I saw something earlier about someone buying up the rights. Okay, so this is the Temple of Hachmat. Match each pair of figurines by clicking in succession. Oh, it's just a concentration thing. Okay, easy. Well, theoretically. See how much the... Oh, wow. There we go. Wait, what? Yay! Time to spare. Okay, so this was the part I was looking forward to. Because I do love my dungeon crawlers. Okay. So we're in the Temple of Hachmat. Point of arrival. Okay. What are the green things on my map? Do I actually have to fight? Okay. Galactic flights. Temple test. Past that. The labyrinth. Okay. To open the door of each temple, you must first succeed in a further test. To question the central computer and receive additional information, select the key. Okay, let's see here. To kill the corks, click action button 1. Okay. And this is something that I have to come back to after I've been through all of the other labyrinths. Interesting. Okay. So, continue game. I can't step backward. What the hell? Oh. That's why. Please start me back out from here.
Poor human, you really did think you could succeed? You underestimate my power.
This is delightfully surreal. Like, I'm very much intrigued by the vibe of this game. Even if I'm kind of shit at playing it. Oh, this is back to the intro. Okay, well, what I think I'm going to do is I am just going to check in on Armengard and then sign off for the night. Tomorrow will be the free dive for May 2025. Okay, can I press yes? Okay, exit game. Does it actually take me back to the CDI menu?
Temple of Hoknut.
No. No, it just takes me back to this menu-ish screen. Ooh. Oh, nope. I mean, in some speedrunning circles, you win when you hit the credits. Does this mean we've won? This one, I love the vibe, but I'm not quite as interested in actually going back to play. Laser Lords and Zombie Dinos, I actually do want to go back and play. Maybe I'll see if there's a full playthrough on YouTube I can watch or something. Yep, got credit roll, beat the game. Woot. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and switch this over to the PS5. As soon as I turn off the controller. Okay. Where are my remotes? Okay. Oh, hey, I got a video clip from George Morano. Let's take a look at it. There we go. Guest Rayman gameplay from Infamous GM1 here. Okay, that is pretty sweet. Well, let's not taunt the copyright overlords any more than we need to. Okay. So, quick point though. One of this month's PS Plus freebies is going to be Balatro. I have been stuck on orange steak for a long time. And a friend of mine is really good at Balatro. Fellow streamer, Drex. He is actually going to join me on stream tomorrow and try to coach me to my first gold steak. So look forward to that. Pow. You know what? All right, let's do this first. Today is May 5th, Children's Day. Children get to go to amusement parks and get lots of gifts today. Maybe that's why Mother told me I'm a grown-up now. Ouch! Oh, poor Armengard. Mom's all, yeah, screw you. You're old enough. But you know what? I just had a thought. Leaving that Busy Town disc in the CDi and having a channel point redemption to have your name pop up in the for the newspaper thing. I don't know if that would get old though. Like maybe that would be a better thing to do for like a Patreon reward or something like that. I do have a new channel point redemption that is not active yet, but will be active soon. And to give you a little bit of a hint, it's based on my gaming library cubes. And what it'll be is you select, like, say the cube that's got the Sega CD and Amiga CD32 stuff in it, and I pick one of the games from that cube to play. Some of these are going to require setup, so they wouldn't be immediate, but they would be on as soon of a following stream as I could manage. It'll be 16,000 points. Or actually, more appropriately, 16 kilo points. I like going with the powers of 2. If the same cube gets selected a second time, I will... If the game that I played wasn't satisfactorily completed, then I'll just keep playing that game. But you can override that by paying an extra 8K. So it'll be interesting. I will have a doc up so that you can see which cube represents which. Because, like, for example, I've got 2 cubes full of PS1 games, 2 cubes full of PS2 games. I've used those to kind of swap in other things that aren't represented there that are still part of my collection. So, for example, I have a different cube for my handheld Evercade and Polymega discs. That's going to be in one of the other cubes there. So it'll make more sense once I launch it, but it's something that I'm kind of looking forward to, because I wanted to try to figure out some way of doing that. I may adjust the prices, because 16K might not be very easy for people to get, but I also don't want it to be so easy that people are redeeming it every single stream. But yeah, there's some interesting shit on my shelves that could show up on streams in the near future. I will probably make that go live in June, because I will be taking a week at the end of May off to go visit my sister. And I've already got everything planned through then. So I don't think I'd want to mess that up until after May. All right, so let's go see who might be available to raid. Raid channel. Hey, you know what? Drex is playing Balatro right now. So let's go ahead and raid him. And you'll get a taste for what I'm going to be working with tomorrow. So thanks to everybody for dropping by. Always appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night for the free dive. But until then, rest well and enjoy Drax.